Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another Mech Merlin stream. I see a couple people joining in super early already. Broken Rogue, Darth Foster, Kitty Namo, Cat, Gazag, Rawrence, FitLab, Tataimo, Zark. Thanks, guys, for joining in. As you can see from the stream title down below, tonight is another unboxing night. Tonight we are unboxing the Laneware Peripherals LW-75. So thanks, everyone, for joining in. LW-75 from Laneware Peripherals. The actual GB post on GeekHack is already out, so you guys can read all of the details about it there. But as you can see, it is an exploded layout 75 with an F13 key, rightmost column, arrow key separated out, and the encoder knob is actually all the way on the left. Usually we see boards, including the LW-67, with the encoder on the right. So people have been asking me, Merlin, how do you feel about the knob on the left? And quite honestly, I don't know yet. I guess I need to use the board for a week first before I figure out if it's actually useful or not. Like, cause right now, right? Cause if it's on the right, if the knob is on the right, I tend to like sometimes spin it with my thumb when I have my mouse next to it. But if it's on the left, like this board, I kind of have to move my left hand as well. So yeah, something I need to figure out if I like or not quite yet. Look at that. Some details here. 75% gasket mount, 7-degree typing angle, USB Type-C daughter board, QMK via, cool plate, aluminum or brass upgrade option or FR4 option, built weight roughly 2.2 kilograms or about 4.8 pounds. Standard things here, including the types of colors you guys can look forward to. They've got blue, gray, green, pink, white, and the plate that matches the base kit. This is going to be a $325 board at its base, and you can choose a bunch of other options, from $25 for the color matched knob to a matched knob set for $100, brass plate upgrade $25. But yeah, if you do go in on a lot of these, expect to spend about $400. I would highly recommend an extra top color, just because this is one of those boards where you can easily change the look without changing too much of it. There we go, layout supported. You can choose split backspace, split left shift, stepped caps lock, or ISO enter key. Let's get to the actual unboxing now. I'm probably gonna need a little bit more room here, simply because this is a big box. This is it, Mech Merlin Gray Blue. But yeah, he did send me quite a lot of things in this package. I'm just like pretty sure this isn't just the board, it's probably some other items, because this seems to be a lot. But yeah, very well packaged from what I can see so far. Here we go. Let's start off with the very first item. That's the daughter board right there. I guess we've all seen that one before. Yeah, if you guys don't know what this is the universal daughter board standard that a lot of makers in the community have started to adopt. Why bother with the daughter board? Number one, it makes it, like, I think the most practical thing about it is that the number one thing that breaks on PCBs is the USB-C port, right? So imagine you've soldered your build, or you've pretty much finished your entire build, and your USB-C port breaks. You then have to take apart the entire thing just to swap out the PCB. Whereas with this, no, just take this out, replace it with the new $8 component, and you're all good. And you know, on top of that, there's a bunch of other benefits as well. You've got lots of protections on this chip. You've got ESD protection, over current protection, and over voltage protection. Those are other things that your PCB can die by. So this is good. This is good. So I'm glad Laneware has chosen to go with this daughter board. Bunch of little components and baggies. This look like, I don't even know what this is. But what is this? This is foam of sorts, and stickers, and a mysterious package of sorts. You know, I know Chinese New Year just passed, but typically they send red envelopes, not black envelopes. See what's in there. It's probably hardware. Yep, it feels like hardware. Extra screws. Yep, these are all extra screws and whatnot. Oh, look! It's a practice PCB. Interesting. Laneware peripherals. Practice your switch soldering. Very cool. Kitty now says he didn't send you an envelope with money. Instead, he got an invoice. Okay, here we go. People were talking about coasters. Here are the coasters. There we go. A nice blue coaster. Very nice. There we go. You can put the feet on right now. That's pretty neat. There we go. Nice. I like how it's not just flat. It's got this rim around it, so even if I do actually spill, it doesn't come off of it. So that's good. That's a nice little touch. Coaster build stream. Yes, I'm gonna lube it too and program it with QMK. Imagine that, a coaster that you actually have to plug in because it's got like RGBs on it and it's QMK. That's actually a pretty good idea. Someone build one. A coaster that you plug in because it's got RGBs and you can control it with QMK. Cool tray for some board screws. That too, yeah. Zart says, hold my beer until I finish the coaster. Yeah, I would use one of those. Razer will make one to pair with their RGB masks. There are mug warming coasters. Oh yeah, I've seen those. There we go. There it is. All right, guys, that is the end of the build stream for the coaster. See you all next week. No, I'm kidding. Okay, these look to be knobs. Yep, these are knobs. In the interest of not losing them. There, I'll just pull out one. They'd probably be using the blue. All right, let's see. Next baggie. Oh, I guess that's not the only coaster he sent me. Oh, this one's noticeably heavier. Holy crap. I think this is brass. Yeah, that's brass. Oh, that is shiny. Shiny as hell. Dang, dude. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of like a casino chip. This is really nice. Holy cow. What are these screws in here for? Are they meant to like, so you can connect a chain in it? So you could like wear it on your chest or something? Part of the Laneware crew. I would totally do it. I would totally do it if there was a way to connect a chain to it. Okay, what's next? It is a roll of foam. Or a roll of bubble wrap. Probably like an encoder knob or something. Yep, it's an encoder knob. Okay, you guys know what an encoder knob looks like. We don't need to do that. Okay, I guess this is case foam. Here we go. There's another wrist rest. Neat. Bubble wrap mods. Yeah, if you put bubble wrap in your keyboard, it's gonna make your keyboard sound more poppy. There we go. Nice Laneware wrist rest. Alright, so this is the Laneware wrist rest. It's not like the hardwood one. This is actually, I think it's faux leather of sorts. Looks pretty good. Feels pretty good too. I still have the first one that he sent me. I typically don't use wrist rest because number one, you know, when you're streaming like this, even though it's small, it still takes up the real estate on the desk. And when you're soldering, you just end up just moving everything out of the way, right? So, you know, when I'm working alone, when I don't need to stream, I do try to use a wrist rest. But most of the times, you guys won't really see me use one. I think we're slowly getting to the board here. All right, here. Let's get to the board. Here, I believe this is the top part of the board. That is the top part of the case. It's a nice deep blue. All right, so I'm looking at the screen right now. My camera, for some reason, is making it a little more... It's not this bright. It's a little more... It's a little darker blue than this. Cool, cool, cool. Let's find the rest of the board. LW-75 PCB. As you can see, that's where the rotary encoder goes. Hot swap PCB. Reset button right there. At Mega 32U4 microcontroller right there. Daughter board connector to the top over there. Cool. Anything else I can notice? No in-switch lighting. No form of underglow lighting. Hot swap sockets are Kale manufactured. Laneware, did you hand solder this PCB? This does not look like a factory solder job. There's a lot more solder on the edges than a typical factory job. Laneware says, sure did. There we go. Yeah, I figured as much. Prototypes are all hand soldered. Nice. Did you even solder the microcontroller? Kudos to you, man. That's some hard stuff. But thank you. PCB looks pretty decent. It's not like, you know, it's not like the fancy PCBs that have like all of the cool designs in it or like anything. Not that that makes the PCB any better or not. Cool. All right, let's put that away. Prototypes will JLC PCB. Production will probably be PCB way again. Aluminum plate. I guess it goes this way. Interesting. I've never seen it where the cutout of the plate is only half of the encoder. Usually it's a big enough hole for the encoder. Seems to be some stains in the anodization. I don't know what that is. Couple chips as well, but this is on the back side. It's not chips in the anodization, it's actually chips in the metal. Let's see anything else I can see. But keep in mind, these are prototypes. So you can see this one. Actually, I guess it's easier to see if I do it this way. Do you guys see that silver bit? That's missed anodization. Come on, focus. There we go. See, that's missed anodization right there. One there, a little bit over here. Over here as well, on the other side, and there. Like I said, nah, I had to cut the plate. There was an error with alignment on the top. Oh, okay. So this is, yeah, you had to cut the plate. Okay, that's probably why then. Okay, makes sense. Normal stuff for prototype. Yeah, nothing like really bad. It's just mainly like manufacturing stuff. Yeah, I have not seen anything that would indicate a bad design yet. Right? There it is. Oh yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Basically very similar to the LW-67 in terms of design language, which is to be expected. That. So to put it together, you do it like that. It looks good. It looks very much like an LW-67, but in 75% form factor. All right, let's take a closer look at this main body piece here. How is the anodization? I see tooling marks inside. See little scratches and dents here and there. Overall, not bad. Nope, no streaking on the sides. I do see some slight scratches. Not sure if you guys can see that in the lighting. Some streaking, very faint. Oh, there we go. I see streaking. Horizontal streaking just right underneath this USB-C port here. It's almost like it's where the seam is, kind of. How's the back? Back looks good. I will have to say though that usually when you see a board with a USB-C daughter board, there's usually like a channel as well for the rest of the cabling. The daughter board goes in there, right? And then based on the PCB, the daughter board port is over here on the top right. So that means the cabling has to go from here to there, right? Normally, on board with daughter board, I see a channel that's cut out into the case as well, just to make it easier to do that. With this case, I think there's like the chassis cavity, it's deep enough that there should be plenty of space there. See, we had a channel originally on the LW-75. We removed it because there was enough space anyway. Same design as the LW-67. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's plenty of space here. Like the LW-67, you are able to pick different colors for the top. The top seems to be better manufactured than the bottom. I'm not seeing any chips. Oh, I do see streaking still. There's streaking here, which is fine for prototypes. Cool. Yeah, I don't see any scratches anywhere here or dents. So yeah, this seems to be better handled than the bottom piece was. Cool. See, if you put the top and base together, you can see the outer cutouts are not properly aligned for the gaskets. Oh, holy crap. Now that I'm looking at this, there we go. Do you guys see all the vertical streaking? That's actually very noticeable when you have a lighter color. So I bet the prototype pinks, if there are any prototype pinks, the prototype pinks would probably have the most noticeable aspect of it. Vidicel says, I can't wait for a sound test. Yeah, I am actually expecting this to sound and feel just as good as my LW-67, so I'm pretty excited about this board. Or is this the gasket? Is this, do I have to cut the gaskets myself? Gaskets will need to be cut. Now you can have McMerlin artisan gaskets. But mine won't be as good as yours. Group buy will be laser cut. Nice. Okay. Am I right to assume that this is what I need to cut? Do you know what material this is? It doesn't feel like Poron. Neoprene, open cell, or low compression gas. Ah, okay. Laneware, what is your recommended switches for this build? For a build like this? How would you build yours? I'm curious. I always like to ask the designer what their recommended build is. You're running banana split, also like Telio's V2. Ah, okay. Anyway, I think I've formed an opinion so far from the quick unboxing that I've done. First and foremost, Laneware, thanks for sending me this to try out on stream. And thanks for sending me these really cool coasters along with the brass one. The brass one, I think I'm going to use more as a necklace rather than as a coaster because it's so badass. But in terms of the board, this is a prototype. So I did get like the usual prototype stuff like streaking, some chips here and there, mainly more on the bottom case than on the top or on the plate. PCB looked great. Nothing really to write home about. Seems well made. Kale hot swap sockets, your usual AVR chip, reset button and all that. In terms of the overall unboxing, I'm basically getting the same vibe as I did with the LW-67. The vibe that I'm getting is this isn't like, if you buy this board, especially at this price point, $325, this is by no means like you're unboxing like a key cult or like anything like that. This, I would say, feels more like a budget mid-tier board, but don't let that mean that it sucks, okay? Budget mid-tier boards, like keep in mind, this one, the LW-67, is by far my favorite 65 that I've received. Don't let that dissuade you from purchasing. Couple things that I really like about it. I really like this design aesthetic over here. It's like a curved bottom edge. I also like the fact that the top is recessed in. One thing that I can't really show on stream or when I do the build is these boards. These boards look so much better if you mix the colors. Like gray on gray looks fine, but if I had like a black on gray or maybe like a white on gray, that would look so much nicer. The same thing here. I think with this type of blue on blue isn't so attractive to me. If I were buying this, I'd probably go for gray. This kind of gray, the LW-75 gray with the blue top. That would look really nice. Or I would go with like a white one. A white with green. White with green would look so nice. You know, so if you guys are planning on buying this, I would recommend not going for the same color top and bottom unless you absolutely need to have a solid color board. But one other thing, if you do go for the solid color board, make sure you spend an extra, let's see, how much was it? Extra $100 to buy an additional top in a different color. Because if you do that, it's going to be easier to match up the board with any future key sets that you buy. Yeah, there are so many different combos here, but I highly recommend buying extra tops for this. Extra tops, this is what's going to really, you know, make this board match a lot of different key sets. And of course, you've got the different coaster options too. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I've gotten a bunch of other coasters on stream before. I've gotten FR4 ones. I've gotten, you know, the typical coaster material ones before, but this one by far has got to be the fanciest ones. All right, yeah, I am looking forward to building this. The group buy for this is going to be on February 26th. So not going to be building it this Saturday, but most likely the Saturday after. I gotta look at my schedule here. Yeah, I kind of want to try building it closer to the group buy, but also considering building it a little earlier so I can do like a proper review and everything. Just because I do have high expectations for this board. And whenever I have high expectations, there's a danger of it not being met. Similar to my story with the vertex angle, right? Always keep expectations. Well, yeah, that's the thing, you know, but inevitably you will come across stuff in this hobby that really excites you. And for me, that's a big deal because I see so many keyboards. Like I'm very fortunate that I see lots of keyboards and people send me keyboards and stuff, that it's getting harder and harder to be wowed. Truth be told, when I received, like, I actually contacted Laneware about a prototype for the LW-75, and what impressed me about it was the layout, right? But even if the layout impresses you, if the board sounds like crap and feels like crap, you're probably going to end up selling the board, right? This one I'm keeping. This one's awesome. This one's really awesome. So I'm hoping I will have the same feel, the same vibe when it comes to the LW-75, especially since the 75% is actually my ideal layout. But yeah, I try to keep these unboxings short. Looks like we're about an hour in. So thanks guys for joining in. This was the unboxing of the LW-75. 500 units available February 26th. Group buy opening 8 p.m. PST for 1 month or until sold out. Delivery date Q4 2022. Hopefully in time for Christmas. And we are looking at a $325 board. Of course, once you add extras, you will definitely, especially when you buy the extra tops, you will go over $400. So guys, thanks for joining in. My next stream will actually be this Thursday. I have some QMK work to do. So I have not done a porting with port stream in such a long time, to the fact that I've actually drank all the port in the house. So I will have to go buy another bottle of port, but Thursday is going to be a coding stream. For those of you who have wanted to know what that process is like, feel free to tune in. It's going to be extremely boring, I'll tell you that. Unless you have extreme joy when you see code being written, then it won't be boring. But you can at least watch me drink wine and learn the process. But yeah, that'll be this Thursday, 7:30 p.m. PDT. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye, everyone.